Hello, everyone. You're here with Kirk and Gora once again. This time for your free picks for Soccer Sunday. That is May 12th. Kirk, another 15 games on the schedule here in this video. As far as I saw, we have some interesting picks coming from both of us. We'll be in a disagreement for a few of those games, including the parlays that we have. One of us will lose for sure because we have some opposite picks. But as far as Saturday goes, Kirk, we still have some games going on at the time of that we are recording this video, but those early Bundesliga games were crazy, eh?
I mean, 1-1, 1-1, 1-1. Like, come on. Like, at least Kern came back from 2-0 down and hit at plus 175, the money line. So that was a good hit. But yeah, it was a tough day for me with the free picks. You seemed like you were hitting a decent amount, especially I see you have 2 wins in the Prem, a couple in La Liga. So yeah, you were looking good. You got the draw in Freiburg Heidenheim at plus 300, which is great. So hopefully we deliver more of those today.
It was a very big hit for me that draw in that Freiburg game. I was very disappointed in Gladbach and Frankfurt. Had over 2.5 in that one. 1-1 in the first half and then nothing in the second half. I don't know. It just seemed very weird. And that game for Cole, like you said, they needed a win, and boy, did they grovel for it. Scored a goal in 87th and 92nd minute to get a 3-2 win. And now everything comes down to the last round in Bundesliga for Mainz, Köln, and Union Berlin. One of those three will be getting relegated straight away. One will be going to the playoffs, and hopefully we see and very entertaining last round in Bundesliga next week.
It should be. It definitely should be.
Now, this video, guys, will contain a lot of free picks. Once again, like I said, 15 games. Of course, there's more free picks up on the PickDawgz YouTube channel for different sports. I know that Kirk has a video with his NBA props as well. And both of us still have some premium packs up for Saturday as well. I have a 4 pack for the MLS. There's a video with a bunch of free picks for that as well. And Kirk, if I'm not mistaken, you have some premium picks as well.
Yeah, I have a NBA three-pointer package, which is my best three plays, my alley-oop plays, the best play of the day. Then I also give out a player prop, and then I also throw in a third value pick usually. So we went 3-0 on Friday, looking to sweep again today and tomorrow. So lock in with that. It's a pretty good value at only 39.99. So make sure to check that out if you're into basketball.
Absolutely, guys, you heard it all. Now let's get this show on the road with the EPL as we usually do. Manchester United versus Arsenal. Very, very big game in the EPL. Two of the very fierce rivals, but the quality gap and the gameplay gap between these two teams is quite massive right now.
Yeah, I think Arsenal fans will hate me for this one, but I do like Man United in this position. I feel like they haven't really done much this year at all. They've been a disappointment, but I feel like if there's one team to ruin someone's season, it's a team like Man U, and they are at home. They did beat them at home last year as well. So I'm just going to back Man U and draw a double chance at plus 210. I think Arsenal will probably win, but with the value here, and I just have a feeling that this will be a closer game than people think. So I'm gonna take the double chance at pretty good value at plus 210.
You know what? I have zero, absolutely zero faith in Manchester United. Okay, I get it. They do have a lot of injuries. Their entire defense is out. I still see Malacia out, Luke Shaw, Varane, Martinez. Well, Martinez is listed as questionable right now, but coming back from an injury again, that's going to be dangerous for him. Lindelof is out. Kavala is out. Harry Maguire is out. I see that Rashford and Bruno Fernandes might be in the lineup for this game, but you know what? The defense is a huge problem. Casemiro is very, very slow for some reason. He never was a fast player, but he's even slower now than he used to be. And with Arsenal desperately needing a win here to stay ahead of City, I think that they will get the job done. They're simply playing too well right now. So I'm taking Arsenal team total over 2.5 goals at -110. And in order for both of us picks to win, we'd have to see a 3-3 draw.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Maybe it will.
Yeah, who knows? Stranger things have happened. Uh,
Yeah.
in Spanish La Liga, Kirk, Atletico Madrid is hosting Celta Vigo. Celta Vigo, I would dare say it's safe from the relegation right now, but Atletico Madrid needs a win here to try and secure that Champions League spot.
Yeah, Celta Vigo should be safe. I agree. Atletico, they've just been too inconsistent lately for me, to be honest here. I do think they probably get it done here at home, but I do like Celta Vigo. They've been pretty good in their last 5 games. I think they've won 2 of their last 3. So I'm going to back Celta Vigo plus 1.5 at minus 150 in this one.
Yeah, see, this is gonna be one of the picks where we kind of go against each other. You have Celta Vigo at +1.5. I will take Atletico Madrid -1 at -143. I know I'm risking the push here, but Atletico Madrid simply is the better team, especially when they're playing at home. They have more depth, they have more quality. Celta Vigo is not a good defensive team, but like you said, Atletico has been very inconsistent, but they do need a win to secure the Champions League spot. So Atletico Madrid -1 at -143. I mean, if they win by a goal, I get a push, you get a win. So we'll see how that one will end up.
Yeah.
Valencia and Rayo Vallecano is another interesting matchup in La Liga, Kirk. Valencia on a 3-game losing streak, Rayo Vallecano on a 2-game losing streak. But when playing at home, Valencia hasn't lost to Rayo in their last 7 games.
Yeah, they haven't, and I think it should continue. I think we're both like Valencia in this spot. As you said, they haven't been good lately, but at home against Vallecano, they have been good. Vallecano seems to have starved off relegation, so they don't have too much to play for. Obviously, they'd like to win here, but I do like Valencia to get back on track here at plus money. So I'm just going to back Valencia money line at plus 125. But do your line shopping, as Goran will tell you.
Absolutely. Valencia still has a lot left to play for. Theoretically, they still have a great chance to get to that Conference League spot. And if I had to choose a team to bounce back after a losing streak, I will always go with the home team here. So I'm taking Valencia on the money line as well. I have it at plus 132. We actually have quite a few picks in this video where you have to do your line shopping because the difference can be quite big. This, for example, is not the biggest difference, plus 125 to plus 132, but we definitely have some picks where you should definitely do your line shopping. Uh,
Yeah.
the last pick in La Liga, Kirk, is between Betis and Almeria. Betis trying to secure that spot in Europe, possibly even get to that Europa League spot and take it over from Real Sociedad. While Almeria, they have been the worst team in the league since the beginning of the season, and they will finish it at the bottom of the table. They will be getting relegated.
Yeah, Almeria has been terrible this year, and frankly, they deserve to get relegated. They have 2 wins across 34 games, scored 33 goals. That's under a goal a game. And Betis, as you said, has a lot to play for here. So I like Betis in this spot. I think they win 2-3-0 maybe here. Maybe they concede one, but I do like Betis to get at least a 2-goal victory here at home at minus 110. So I'm backing Betis minus 1.5 at minus 110.
You know what the funny thing is? The fact that Almeria has 2 wins this season, and both of those wins were on the road. So that's quite a funny thing to see. But I do like Betis here. I gotta agree with that. They are on the roll right now, undefeated in their last 4 games, if I'm not mistaken. They are getting some players back from the suspension list, and they will go for the win here. So I will take Betis to win and over 2.5 goals at minus 122. Now we are off to German Bundesliga, Kirk, where we have Darmstadt playing against Hoffenheim. Darmstadt, who are getting relegated, they're done for the season. While Hoffenheim on the other side, in the last 2 games of the season, if they get a couple of wins, they might even get to that Conference League spot and bump Freiburg down to that 8th or 9th place even.
Yeah, Hoffenheim, if they win their next 2 games, they've secured Europe Conference League for next year. So I'm expecting a good performance here, but they also are one of the most inconsistent teams across all of Europe, in my opinion. I don't trust them at all, really, to not allow a goal here. I know Darmstadt is really not good. They're last in the Bundesliga, but they do score about a goal a game, and Hoffenheim gives up the third most in the Bundesliga this year. So I'm backing both teams to score here, but with Hoffenheim to have more to play for, I'm going to do both teams to score and Hoffenheim at a plus 135 price.
Well, surprisingly enough, Kirk Hoffenheim is actually playing a lot better on the road overall this season than they are at home. And like you said, they are very inconsistent, one of the most inconsistent teams in Europe. So I'm not sure I'm willing to push this to anything further than the money line. So I'm simply going to take Hoffenheim on the money line. It's minus 143 right now. I will take that gladly. And like we said, Darmstadt, the worst team in the league, they're done. They're getting relegated, so they have nothing left to play for here, except for a little bit of a pride maybe they have left, but I'm not sure how much that is. So Hoffenheim to win for me, and Hoffenheim and both teams to score at plus 135. That's going to be your pick. Now we have Bayern, who's going to try to bounce back after getting knocked out of the Champions League and after losing in Bundesliga last week. But they're now facing Wolfsburg, who is on a three-game winning streak, and they are looking like a very much different team that they have been for pretty much the entire second half of the season.
Yeah, none of that matters to me here. I think Bayern whoops them, to be completely honest. I it's their last game at home this year. Who knows? There's going to be some changes. Tuchel's out. I think just also with the back of the Champions League, the back of their minds, they are just going to destroy Wolfsburg here. I don't see anything else happening. I could see 4-0, 5-1, but I'm just going to back -1.5 at plus 104 here to get some even or to get some plus odds. I think at -1.5 is great here, to be honest.
Yeah, Bayern definitely are the favorites here, a big one, and I think this is going to be a very strange season for them because they haven't won a single trophy for the first time in what 11 years or something like that.
Don't
And
remind me.
and Harry Kane could break that goal scoring record, and that's going to be in the season where they haven't won anything, which is a strange thing to say. But them coming off of a midweek game and after a loss last week, defensively, I think that they are a bit shaken up, especially Neuer, who I would say is one of the main reasons why they ended up losing in the Champions League. And with Wolfsburg playing so well, I think they can get to the scoreboard. So I'm going to take Bayern to win and both teams to score at plus 142.
Yeah, no, Wolfsburg can definitely score. I'll tell you that much. So I like that pick as well. I like both of ours a lot here, honestly.
Now, the last pick in Bundesliga, Kirk, is between Bochum and Leverkusen. And I, for one, am going to keep this one very, very simple. Leverkusen qualified for the Europa League finale. They're still undefeated. I don't even know how many games that is. 49 games, if I'm not mistaken. They broke the record,
Yeah,
which was held by Benfica, maybe sometime early in the 70s or something like that. But I firmly believe that they will win the title. They will win the DFB Pokal and they will win the Europa League while staying undefeated. Now, that is a movie story, in my opinion.
yeah. No, I think this one's simple as well. Leverkusen money line has immense value here against bottom side Bochum. I do your line shopping here, but Leverkusen money line at -155 for me. I think you can find better. But there's one thing that you mentioned that I wouldn't be so sure about. I think they'll win Europa League, but the Pokal, I think the Pokal final is going to be tough for them, honestly. But I'll give you my prediction when that comes around.
I think so. They're playing against the Bundesliga 2 team, if I'm not mistaken. Is it Fortuna
Yeah, they
Dusseldorf
are.
or something like that?
Yeah, yeah, they are. But they're one of the teams that in the Pokal they kind of know what to do. They've shocked. I think they shocked Bayern 2 years ago or something. So I'm a little wary. I think they should get it done, but I think that's kind of a trap finale for them, maybe.
Well, they did get to the finale for a reason. Obviously, they are a good team, and I believe that they are going to be in the Bundesliga 2 promotion spot. So we might be seeing them in Bundesliga next season.
Yeah.
Off to the Italian Serie A, Kirk, we actually have 5 games to talk about. Lazio and Empoli being the first one. What are your thoughts about this one? That's an early one, 6:30 a.m. Eastern time.
Yeah. Empoli has scored 26 goals all year. Lazio has conceded 37. I don't think Empoli has enough to score here, and they haven't scored in their last two meetings against Lazio. So I'm just going to back both teams to score, well, both teams not to score here at -118. I think this is pretty good value, and I'm going to keep this one pretty simple.
Yeah, you know what? Empoli is one of the teams who are still fighting to stay in Serie A for next season, but I think that Lazio is the better team here. They will be trying to secure that Europa League spot, possibly even get to the Champions League spot because it's only 4 points away. So they could definitely see that happening. And with them, what they got a draw last week, I think that they will be going for a win here, and I think they will get it. So I'm taking Lazio on the money line. Now, Genoa and Sassuolo, Kirk, that's going to be an interesting one. Sassuolo beat Inter last week 1-0. I have no idea how they kept a clean sheet in that game, but I think that game, that win, that must have been a huge, huge confidence boost for them. And they bought themselves a chance of staying in Serie A for another season.
Yeah, I mean, they need another win here to be tied with Frosinone. I don't even know how to say that, but they're 3 points behind them for the last spot that isn't relegation. And coming off that huge 1-0 win, like they didn't concede against Inter, who scored like 88 goals this year or something, which is insane. And I just got to back them here. So Swallow money line at plus 230, give it to me. I love it.
Yeah, I will go a bit of a safer route here, but I do like Sassuolo. I will take Sassuolo on the double chance at minus 143. That will get us covered in two out of possible three outcomes. But with Genoa, have nothing left to play for this season. They can go up or down. They will be staying somewhere in the middle of the table. And that win against Inter will have a huge impact on Sassuolo in this game. And I honestly would not be surprised to see them getting another win and give themselves another chance to stay in the league. So we both kind of like Sassuolo here in this one. Mine's a little bit safer. Yours definitely on the value point, and I do like it a lot. So Sassuolo is the way to go here, guys, in our opinion. Now for the next game, Kirk, we have Verona and Torino. A game which, when you see the matchups, you think of the under 2.5 or possibly even the draw.
Yeah, this I think this game is going to be very boring. Simply, both these teams have nothing to play for, and these historically have been very low scoring. The over under 2.5 was like minus 240 or something ridiculous. Like I just can't take that under. So I'm actually going to back under 1.5 goals at plus 168. I know this is kind of uncharted territory. You shouldn't really back one goal or less, I feel like, in a soccer game. But the two last meetings between these teams have been 0-0 and 1-0. And I could definitely see this keeping up. So I'm taking under 1.5 at plus 168.
I would disagree on one point with you, Kirk, here, and that is the fact that both teams do actually have a little bit left to play for. Torino, with 3 games left this season, they theoretically still could get to the Conference League spot, especially now when Napoli is losing to Bologna, while Verona is only 4 points away from the relegation zone. And if they end up losing the three of their last 3 games, they could give themselves a bit of a trouble in that relegation battle. But I do agree on everything else you said. I don't think this is going to be a high scoring game at all. And with that in mind, I decided to take the cards instead of the sides or goals or anything like that. Over 4.5 cards at minus 105. I know it seems a bit, maybe a bit of a stretch because we said it's going to be a pretty boring game, a low scoring game. But I think it's going to be a battle of a game, especially in the middle of the pitch. And with that, I do see some extra fouls from both sides, and hopefully we get some cards from them. So over 4.5 cards at minus 105. That's going to be my pick for this one. Juventus and Salernitana, Kirk. Now, that's a game that doesn't mean much. Salernitana is getting relegated. Juventus on a 4 game draw streak in fourth place, which is the Champions League spot. And luckily for them, Serie A is getting 5 teams in the Champions League for next season.
Yeah, we're pretty similar on this pick here. It depends if you want to go more conservative or more aggressive. So I'll get to my side of the pick. Salernitana have conceded 75 goals this year. They've lost to Juve by three or more in two of their last three meetings. And Juve's just by far all around the better team here. So I'm actually backing them at backing them minus 2.5 at plus 126, as I think they can come away with another convincing win here.
Yeah, and just to give you a quick update, guys, I know it's not concerning about this video, but Borussia Dortmund is losing 3-0 in the 26th minute. Uh,
Did Borkhardt score?
who? Burkhardt?
Did
No, no, he did not.
Oh my God, come on. He's the guy I had for the free pick to score.
And in the live standings at the moment, Mainz is above the relegation zone, above Union Berlin, and their season is looking pretty healthy right now. While Borussia Dortmund will remain in that fifth place if this result stands. Now back to the Italian Serie A, Juventus. Definitely a huge favorite here. They need to end that draw streak against someone, and why not against Salernitana, who are the worst team in the league. So I'm gonna take Juventus -2 at -133. I think that the least we're gonna get out of this game will be the push for me. But honestly, 3-0, 4-0 win for Juventus is definitely not out of the realm of possibilities in this game, Kirk.
Yeah, definitely.
And the last game is Serie A, guys. It's a big one between Atalanta and Roma, two direct competitors for that last Champions League spot. Both have 60 points. Atalanta in fifth, Roma is sixth. Both teams are coming off of a midweek games in the Europa League, but only one team advanced to the finale, and that was Atalanta.
I think here when I see both these teams, I don't really swing one side or the other way, really. I think it's very even, as you said, they're even in points. So I like the value here in the draw at plus 250. Both teams have a lot to play for still. So I losing this game would mean a lot more to either team than drawing. So I do like the draw here at plus 250.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, fairly even teams overall this season. 60 points for each. Even the goal differential is fairly close. 63-38 for Atalanta, 62-42 for Roma. Uh, I could definitely see the draw in this one. 1-1 if we are lucky, in my opinion, but nil-nil draw, I think that's also highly likely, which is why I decided to go with the player prop in this one. And I'm getting Lukaku over 1.5 shots on target at plus 215, which is quite a lot if you ask me. I think he will
Yeah.
definitely find himself in a decent amount of chances in this one. Let's just hope that he has some precision left and that he can hit the goal at least a couple of times in this game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Off to the French League One, Kirk, where we have three games to talk about before we get on to the parlays. Clermont and Lyon. What are your thoughts about this one?
I know we disagree on this one. I just don't understand why the over under is 3.5 for this game, unless I'm just missing something completely obvious. But Claremont has only scored 26 goals all year, and they're in last place. They're relegated, and I don't know. These last three games between these two sides have not gone over 3.5 in any of them. So unless I'm missing something, I'm ready to hear your side of it. I'm backing under 3.5 at minus 128. I think this is just free money, but I don't know. I guess you have a different opinion.
Well, I will tell you what you're missing. Yes, they have scored only 26 goals this season, but they are not yet relegated. They are 4 points away from the relegation playoff spot.
Yeah.
And with two games left, potentially, if they get a win here and the draw in the last game, and depending on some other results, they could get to that relegation promotion playoff spot, which is currently held by Metz. While Lyon on the other side, still fighting for Europe, they're very close to the Conference League spot, and they are scoring a lot of goals right now. They are in great form. They're playing well on the road as well. However, defensively, they are one big mess, and I think that's what the books are seeing here. They are expecting Clermont to step up to try and score a couple of goals at least. And that in the combination with Lyon being horrible defensively right now, but still being able to score a ton of goals, I think that's what the books are seeing here. And that's why the line is set to over 3.5. And I will take it. It's plus 102. You have the under 3.5 at minus 128. I don't know. I guess we'll see to which side the fortune will go for one of us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Montpellier and Monaco is the next matchup that we have in the French League One, Kirk. And this is a game where both teams are playing pretty well in a pretty solid form. Both teams are scoring a lot of goals as well. Uh, Monaco will try to secure that Champions League spot, which they have right now at 61 points, but Brest is only 3 points away, while Lille is 6 points away. And I'm pretty sure that Monaco is safe. I think that they will get it, but better be safe than sorry and try and get a win or at least a draw out of this game.
Yeah, Monaco should be safe. I don't really see any scenario that they don't make it to Champions League next year, but they have been in good form. They beat Montpellier 2-0 earlier this year. And I like the money line here for Monaco at minus 140 to be completely honest. They've been good this year and I expect them to put in a good performance here and win this one outright.
I could definitely see that as well as Montpellier has been playing. Monaco is on a different level than them. They are the better team, simply put, and I could see them getting the win. But I do expect a fairly open matchup on both sides, and that should give us plenty of shots on target, plenty of great chances. And because of that, I'm taking over 10.5 shots on target between both teams combined at minus 105. Now, the last pick of the video, Kirk, before the parlays, is between Nantes and Lille. And I know that we've missed some teams such as Marseille, such as PSG, and stuff like that, but we have to be a bit more selective now when there's two of us, just to keep the video at a decent length, not to go, I don't know, like 35 minutes or something like that. But this game could potentially have a lot of repercussions for Lille here if they don't get a win because they could lose that Champions League spot.
Yeah, if Lille wins this game, they'll be in third and ahead of Brest on goal difference, so they would have that clincher. They would automatically be in the Champions League next year. So this is a massive game here for Lille. Nantes is not. They're probably safe from relegation, I'd say, with 2 games to go. But Lille, I'm all over Lille here. I don't know if this is a trap, but I have to go with Lille here at minus 120 to get up to third place. And then if they win these next 2 games, they're automatically in Champions League, considering the goal difference. So I think this is a good spot for Lille here.
Yeah, I agree completely with everything you just said. This is the game where we have to take Lille. I'm getting it at minus 102 actually, which is quite a difference from your minus 120. So again, guys, do your line shopping. Lille, they haven't been as consistent as we might expect, but they are the better team here against this average Nantes team who will be staying in the league most likely. But I think this was going to be all Lille. They are better defensively. They are better in the attacking end as well. And simply, we have to go with Lille on the money line. Now
Yeah.
we are up to the parlay of the day, guys. Each of us has one. I have a 4-leg parlay. Kirk actually has a 2-leg parlay, and it's a wild one. So why don't you give it to us, Kirk?
Yeah, 2 legs for plus 969. Strap up.
Like I
First one,
said,
I got
it's a wild one.
I don't know. Something's telling me Man U or draw, so I'm gonna put that as my first leg at plus 210. And being a huge Bayern fan, I'm disappointed with the Champions League loss, so I'm hoping for a massive bounce back, and that's what I'm predicting here. Bayern minus 2.5 at the second leg, which is plus 245 itself, so plus 969 total for a 2-legger. Sprinkle some money on it, and let's have a little fun.
Yeah, like I said at the start of the video, one of us will lose this parlay for sure because we are going exactly in the opposite directions. I have Arsenal on the money line, Atletico Madrid on the money line. I will take over 2.5 in Bayern and Wolfsburg game, and I will take Leverkusen on the money line as this 4-leg parlay pays on at plus 382. So I guess we'll see, Kirk. I like I said, I have zero faith in Manchester United right now, and with Arsenal leading that win, I'm hoping they can get the job done.
Yeah, I mean, one of us will win that leg at least, as you
Yeah,
said. So one of us will be intact.
yeah. There you have it, guys. Thank you for joining us here. These were free picks for Sunday. It's gonna be another busy day. I know that we have some games on Monday as well. You can expect free picks for those games as well. There's still MLS to come on Saturday. We both have some premium packs up, so check it out, guys. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and good luck with all of your bets. And we'll see you soon with more free picks.
Yep. Have a good one, everyone.